We are back and live. I'm in Brian Cashman's mansion of a house with Murph. He's chilling in his green screen room, and we're here. We're back. How you doing, Murph, today on this fine Monday in Yankee land?
Dude, I'm pretty ecstatic. Cashman, the GOAT, went out and made some huge additions today to this already very talented Yankees roster. But we'll get more into that later. Yankees come off a huge series win against the Royals. Well, I guess not huge, but still very good series win against the Royals, a much needed series win, bouncing back from that debacle across the street in the Queens.
Much needed bounce back from that.
Much needed. Game 1, Yankees. They throttle these boys, man. They come out strong against the Royals. This is a very impressive game, top to bottom from the boys, except for Garrett Cole.
He did good up until that last inning. Dude.
Good? Against the KC Royals? We took their best player.
Very true.
Dude. We took their best player right in front of their noses, Andrew Benintendi. And Cole's final stat line.
One inning, dude. He had one again. Like you can't. I'm just saying you can't have one bad inning. You can't have this bad of a one inning versus the KC Royals. So not good.
Yeah, I'm not going to call this a good outing at all because this is the ace. I expect him to be lights out against a team like the Royals. And unfortunately, he was anything but that. Well, it's a little harsh, but he just wasn't what I wanted him to be. He ended up going 6 strong. Not 6 strong. I take that back. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 9 punchies, 1 home run. He raised his ERA to a 3.3 on the year.
In a game where he should have lowered it to below 2, below 3.
Yeah, he probably could have gotten below 3 this game had he pitched like normal Cole. Yeah, he got hit a little bit too hard around this game. Bothered me a bit. No walks, that's cool. Strikeouts, cool. 1 bop. That's pretty much expected at this point almost. Like, whichever team we play, he's ended up giving up 1 long bomb. Yeah, I mean, kind of sucks, but hey, the offense picks him up, and that's all that matters, really.
Hell yeah. But before we get to the offense, man, clean game for the bullpen. Chapman, scoreless. Abreu, scoreless. And Wandy, scoreless. 3 punchies. Hell of a game for the bullpen. Picking up where Garrett Cole should have left off. But, Murph, I will lead us off for the offense today. LeMahieu gets 2 walks, 2 runs. Judge, 3 for 5, 2 bops, 41 on the year, 41 home runs before August. New Yankee record. Rizzo, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 RBI. He gets a bop. He's 24th on the year. Gleyber Torres, 2 for 5. Donaldson gets a hit. Benintendi tallies a hit. Hicks, RBI. Falefa, RBI and a hit. What do you know? And then Higgy, Carpenter comes off the bench and he does a job, gets a double. And Trevino gets an RBI as well. Hell of a standout game for the Yankees. Spotlight hero of the series, man. Aaron freaking Judge. And again, we just say this every series, but he's been doing it big ever since his little slump, what we would call that in Yankee land.
Yeah. After the All-Star break, he prior to as well, he was kind of going through it a little bit. And boys, he figured out in a big way, and especially against the Royals. Dude, his heroics this season have been amazing, and this series too, because it earns him his 2nd Player of the Week in a row. It's pretty huge stuff. They don't normally do that, so you have to be like really balling out of your mind to win 2 in a row. And Aaron Judge,
I guess, a Yankee. We don't get it.
You don't get a lot of love. You get the one guy here and there, but then pretty much it's like they're looking for an excuse to give it to anybody else. They can't do it when Aaron Judge is on a monster tear the way he is, dude. Just fantastic stuff. The offense flexes its muscles. They score 11 off 11 hits to KC's 5 off of 9 hits. Really impressive stuff, like you said, from the bullpen. And just impressive stuff. Really good team win.
Again, we needed this.
Yeah.
Think a boost for team morale. I know it probably would have helped if Cole went like 7 innings scoreless. I think that would have even been more of a statement win for the Yankees again. It's not really a statement, but it's just a statement for themselves saying that they could still do this to teams that they need to do this against. Other than that, man, Yankees take the game 11-5. Hell of an offensive display.
Yeah.
I like this Benintendi.
You like this Benintendi character? You like this guy?
I really
solid. He got the little rinky dink hit, but hey, dude, he's getting on base at a high rate. I know he doesn't record a hit the rest of the series, but he's still getting on base, which is all that matters, dude. He's worked 6 walks, I think, this series, which is crazy.
Get that OPS up.
Yeah, he's just getting on base like so much, and that's all that really matters, right? Especially in his position. His job is just to get on base and let the other guys do damage around him, and that's the reason we got him. That's what Gallo was supposed to be, a guy who just gets on base a lot, right, and does a little bit of damage himself. But unfortunately, that experiment has failed.
Notice this game as well. 3 of 8 with runners in scoring position. Yankees cash in big time on the long ball. But we did cash in 3 of those 8 times. I'll take it, instead of the 0 for 8, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. So we'll take that, man.
Yeah, any day of the week.
But yeah, that Gallo experiment is done. I haven't. He's gotten very few at bats. I don't think, if any, the rest of the series. Did he play?
He
pinch ran. No, he played outfield for Carpenter in the next game.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure. Did he play? I'm pretty sure he played game 1.
Yeah,
and then that's it. He didn't come in the rest of the series. That just kind of shows you the Yankees are kind of done with the experiment. I think he knows that as well. He's even come out and said, like, I don't know if you saw that quote, but that quote was mad sad when he came out. And he's like, every time I look at a Yankees hat or a Yankees jersey, I'm going to know that I didn't perform and I couldn't do what they expected me to do, what I expected me to do.
What we wanted him to do. Like, the thing is, we didn't want him not to succeed. He wasn't like a hated guy.
No.
We wanted Joey. We wanted that 52 home run Joey Gallo. I want to root for the guy. And if he could do it all over again, and hopefully, I don't know, has some miraculous turnaround, unless by tomorrow at 6:00 he gets traded.
I think that ship has sailed. I do think he's on the way out. Unfortunately, I predict a trade later tonight or early tomorrow before the game. He will most likely be moved. If he doesn't get moved, which I'm kind of worried he doesn't, there could be a chance he gets DFA'd, which would be really heartbreaking. I really do hope he ends up getting traded somewhere.
I think the Brew Crew or your Padres look very interested into him.
Yeah, it just all depends on this Juan Soto deal, Apparently no traction there. Apparently the Cardinals are deep in talks as of right now. We'll see. That could all change.
Wake up to a trade. That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was texting my buddy who's a Nats fan. I was like, dude, what's going on, man? Like, your Nats got to move this guy already because they're just slowing down the whole trade deadline, right? The whole deadline's been on a standstill, seeing who's in, who's out. Where's Juan Soto going to end up? And that's just been a disaster.
Once that deal happens, though, a flood is going to happen after because a lot of guys are waiting to move their guys before, so they can go get someone before instead of one.
Yeah. So I do think Gallo will most likely be the backup plan for the Dads if they can't land one Juan Soto. But the Dads did make a huge trade already today. They do acquire Josh Hader. Fantastic move out of them. They get a bona fide closer, give him multiple innings. Unfortunately, the Taylor Rogers whole thing wasn't really working. He's kind of struggling as of late, although he does record 22 saves on the season for the Dads. Huge stuff.
He had a great start to the season, but besides
he had an electric start, dude. He was looking like a top closer. No one could touch this dude. And then, he had a really bad month of July. Ironically, so is Hader. He's had a really bad month of July.
He got that Yastrzemski grand slam, and then kind of.
But I expect him to bounce back.
Hader is a bona fide all-star. He's I honestly think one of the best pitchers in baseball as a reliever,
Yep,
as everyone
for
knows.
sure.
But if he continues at this pace, he'll be one of the best all time because he's so dominant. If he continues at the pace that he goes, man, jeez,
Another clean inning for Chapman, by the way, as we were watching. They are playing the Mariners. They're up 6-2. Huge clean inning from Chapman.
good stuff. We need him to step it up. Shall we go move to game tres?
Game 3 of this KC series. We've got Cortez Nasty Nestor himself on the bump, the people's ace, versus Heasley? Heasley? Heasley?
Easily.
Who gives a fuck? This guy sucks, you know?
Yeah.
This guy's a bum. We came in, put 6 on his head. We put 4 on his head. Actually 6, but only 4 earned. Who cares? Cortez, though, records his 9th win of the year. He goes 5 really good innings, gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, 5 punchies, 2 walks. He's now pitching to 2.53 on the year. Yeah, just a quality start, I'd say. Nothing too special, nothing bad. If he gives me this consistently, I've got no problems at all.
Yep.
You could tell there's a little bit of frustration at one point when he gives up, I think it's his first run, it's a sac fly. He thought it left the yard from Perez. That thing got back there. I thought it might have left the yard, but luckily it stayed in, and that was huge for the boys.
Perez low-key kind of kills the Yankees, man. He's
he's a really good catcher, man. He's a really good offensive-minded catcher, and he's pretty good at framing too. Yeah, and he's on this KC team for a while. There was a long point in time where the Yankees were interested in acquiring Juan Perez, but obviously that ship has sailed. They don't need him.
Yep. Well, to the Yankee offense, who put up 8 runs today. DJ LeMahieu, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, and he gets his leadoff home run, 10th of the year. Judge gets his 42nd home run of the year, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, raises his batting average to 300 this game. Then at 10, he gets an RBI and 3 walks. Haven't seen that stat line from a Yankee in a while. Torres, 1 for 5, RBI and a double. Donaldson only goes 0 for. Gallo comes in as a defensive replacement for Carpenter. Carpenter also tallies a home run, his 15th of the year. Went out of order on that one. Hicks 0 for. Falefa gets 2 runs, and Trevino goes 1 for 4 with 2 runs as well. Hell of a game by the Yankee offense. Again, LeMahieu, stellar game, but Judge, I think, carrying the freight, man.
Yeah, he's just doing his thing out there, man. He's just doing it big. He's not slowing down. He's only improving. He had raised his average to a 300, back over 300 this game. 8 runs off of 8 hits, man. You can't ask for much more. The boys do a job. Donaldson's worrying me, not going to lie. Dude has been pretty worthless offensively. Defensively, he's been amazing. Can't complain. He's made some pretty out plays. But yeah, I think he's got to really step it up offensively, especially if they continue to put him in the 5 spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to end up moving him down, especially when they deal a Gallo. And he could lose playing time, low-key, if they do decide to give the offense priority, because DJ can definitely handle himself at third. Putting Glaber at second has proven to be really good. So we shall see. Be on Donaldson watch. He could lose playing time in the near future. By the way, we didn't cover the bullpen. Chapman gets another clean inning this game. He goes a solid inning, 2 punchies. Piling together some good quality relief outings, so that's really good. And then Clark Schmidt, I think the unsung hero, rather, gives us 3 really solid innings of relief. Only gives up 2 hits, 1 walk, 5 punchies. That's his 2nd save of the year, despite it being 8-2. Makes no sense. But hey, he does a job.
Does a job indeed, and the Yankees get another win. And we do win the series because of this. I'm proud of the Yankees. needing to come in here at least winning the series versus the Royals.
Yep.
Game 4, not the greatest display of pitching from Jordan Montgomery. That's all I can say. And then a very sad game from Clay Holmes. I'll be right back. I have to go. My mother is calling me. If you want to recap the game real quick, give me 5 minutes. I got to handle this.
I got you.
I'll be right back. It's an emergency.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so let's just go on and continue this. Jordan Montgomery, like Andrew alluded to, pretty rough day at the office. He only goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He raises the ERA to a 3.69 on the season. Dependable Monty is faltering as of late. 2 really bad outings in a row, not what you want to see out of your 3-4 guy. Yeah, unacceptable stuff from Monty, especially, like I said, going against the KC Royals, not strong offensively. We took their best hitter. You don't want to see your starters struggle the way Monty has. Abreu, he'd come in with an inning of relief. He gives an inning and a half, or 2/3, excuse me. He gives up 1 hit, 1 punchy. He's been really good for the Yankees, really good re-pickup, I guess, from them. Crazy how many teams passed up on this guy. Like, he's been having a really good season, and it sucks that there's a chance with the recent moves that he could be on the move again. You never know. Wandy Peralta, he gives a solid out, I guess. He gives up a hit, a walk, and then the wise guy would come in. He does a job, gives us a really clean inning. He strikes the guys out. He's piling together. He's becoming more consistent, returning back to the wise guy of old. You love to see it. Ron gets a big hold, although he does end up surrendering a run. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 punchy off a home run. Does suck. He was piling together some really good outings in a row. First run in a long while for Ron, but hey, he still gets the hold. Clay Holmes, like Andrew said, really just sad stuff. He just gets blown up. His 3rd blown save of the year, 2nd loss. He's 5-2 on the year. He only records 2 outs before surrendering a big 3-run shot to none other than Perez. Yeah, he kind of hurt us this series, and he hurt our dog, Clay Holmes, who's been Mr. Automatic for the whole season. Licky would come in and record the final out. The boys had an opportunity at the top of the 9th to tie this game up. Unfortunately, it would not happen. Just sucks. Boys went down fighting, all you can say. They put up a 3 spot in the 7th, and we were thinking, they were going to run away with this. They were going to do their ting. But unfortunately, yeah, that blow up from Clay Holmes, a little bit too late in the game. I think if we win another inning, the Yankees win this game, obviously, but it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Could have said it better myself, Murph. I was on the phone listening to exactly what you said. Dude, Loizaga is back. I think he's back. Besides his, he's looking good.
Back.
He's looking very good. To Clay Holmes, I mean, you throw a 98-mile-an-hour sinker that was a barrel finder.
Yeah,
mistakes happen. Hopefully, this is the extent of the mistakes, and that's all. You know,
it is what it is, man. He's still been phenomenal for us all year. He's gonna close. He's gonna be our closer come playoffs, unless something crazy happens.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about him.
Not at all. They did a hell of a job this series of the Yankees offense, in my opinion. Needed, and then they carried that over into the Seattle game. They're doing pretty well offensive-wise. But I think there's more pressing matters to talk about today, as I am at the general manager's house. He is preoccupied as he's possibly working on some more deals for the Yankees. But he did work out that Benintendi deal, which we've talked about in the last stream, which, it's panning out thus far. He's doing his thing. 6 walks in the KC Royals series, 3 in 1 game. Playing great defense. He's a 5'10" goat. And he's doing his thing out there. I don't know if you've seen the photo of Aaron Judge and Benintendi, and
it's pretty funny.
Very, very funny. I didn't know he was really that short.
I didn't know it, but now that he's in pinstripes, that's all I can see is how much shorter he feels compared to other guys, which is weird. Like, I never thought he was like a 5'9", 5'10" king, short king. But hey, it's nice to have another short king doing short things for the short boys out there.
Dude.
Which is funny because he's average. He's actually average height. But,
Yeah.
in baseball, he's short, I guess.
Trade deadline. We acquire not another short king, but, another reliever who's had himself pretty decent year for the Chicago Cubbies. Scott Efros. Surprise and yet random trade. The 28-year-old rookie. A lot of Yankee fans, from what I've seen, aren't really happy about this.
They should be, because this guy actually looks pretty nasty. I've seen a lot of his highlights.
Me too.
Dude has some nasty stuff. He's a sidewinder, borderline submariner at times. And you just got to go check out his Baseball Savant if you really want to get the full picture. Dude is red pretty much on everything except for his fastball, which is understandable. He tops out at like 90. But yeah, this dude gets a lot of strikeouts. He gets a lot of swings and misses. And I think the most important part is he gets the ball and he forces it into the ground. They don't hit the ball hard off of him, and it doesn't leave the yard often, which is huge. And on top of that, he's under team control for 6 years, which is massive. 6 years. Potential filthy sidewinder action for the boys. Huge pickup. They do end up trading their number 7 prospect, Hayden Wesneski. Is that how you say it? Dude, I butcher names. I'm sorry, people out there. I'm butchering all the names
that was
ever.
Fantastic, though, Murph. You did get it. You proud of yourself.
Hell yeah. Not mad at this trade at all, because Hayden was a fast riser. He mainly did his damage last year. He was doing pretty well this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a guy who's probably not going to make this roster long term. He's a fast riser. When you get fast risers, especially CASHMAN, they trade him. They trade for him when their value's at an all-time high. It's hot. Number 7 prospect for the boys, but if you really analyze it, he wasn't making this roster. He just plain simple. CASHMAN cashes out on the fast riser. Don't get attached to those type of players who all of a sudden go from single A to triple A in 1 year. Those are guys who are going to get traded like that.
Yeah.
And
get traded, or they're going to be so dominant that they'll get called up.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, or be on the roster come next April.
And also with Hayden, he was going to be a Rule 40 man deal. They were going to have to do something with him, put him on the 40 man, and their 40 man's really tight right now. And I think they got other guys they're trying to protect. So yeah, he had to go. It is what it is. Not mad at it. They get a really nasty, solid reliever for those mid innings, which is also huge because recently, breaking news, not necessarily breaking, but Miguel Castro does go to the 60-day IL. Along with him, so does Luis Severino. I don't think Luis Severino is as big a deal, because I heard he is actually still throwing. I think
today, for what it's worth,
Yeah, so I think they're just trying to give him some extra rest, which is smart, and I imagine they're just going to throw him in the bullpen.
Electric stuff at the bullpen, so he likes that one role. So
I got no problem with it.
Yeah, this Scott Efros guy, dude. I'll read you his stats for this year. 1-4, again, means really nothing compared to his ERA at 2.66, 47 games pitched, 1 save, 44 innings pitched, 50 Ks, and a 1.07 whip. And if you just look up simply Pitchers Nation or Pitching Ninja, this guy has some filthy stuff. Slider that dives across the plate, a sinker that goes in, and that 90 mile an hour is from the side. And he's 6'2", so it's coming at you from 55 feet away, depending on the wingspan. Looks good, man. Looks good.
It's a really solid pickup. The sinker is huge because we all know Matt Blake loves his sinkers, and that slider sinker combo is nasty. I don't know if they've shown a clip where they overlap him throwing a slider and a sinker, and dude, his form is all the same, and literally midway through they just dart opposite directions.
Yep.
He gets a lot of swings and misses. He's nasty, bro. I've got high hopes for this guy. I really do think he could be a pretty devastating weapon out of the pen. He's got a very much an Ottavino type, just feel to him. Just not as hard throwing, I'd say.
Yeah, and we're not just gassing him because he's a Yankee now. I honestly didn't really know a lot about this guy until
Yeah.
now. He's genuinely a good pitcher.
Yeah.
He's got the baseball savant stats, those stats that make those statisticians' mouths water. A lot of S's. But I think that's a very underrated move by Cashman because I don't
Yeah.
know if we're going to get D-Rob at this point.
Yeah, I'd say not. I think if we were going to get D-Rob, he probably would have been in that trade as well. But yeah, again, I'm not mad at it, man. I mean, when I think they did a really good job at scoring a young reliever with multiple controllable years. Because if you look in the past, Cashman really doesn't do rentals, especially for relievers. He typically tries to get guys with multiple years, at least 1 year plus extra, like apart from the season. So it made sense that he went out and got a young relatively young controllable reliever. 28 years old as a rookie, kind of weird, but it is what it is.
Real quick. Cardinals acquired Jose Quintana.
Yeah.
Little side note there just happened. And
That's an interesting move. I wonder what they gave up. Because I think I would have liked the Yankees to look at Quintana only because I think right now they could use another starter with the whole Sevy thing. But we shall see. I think that should bring us into our next deal that was made, big time deal. Cashman did it, y'all. He went out and he got what we've all been asking for, a massive frontline starter in Frankie Montas from the Oakland Athletics. Huge stuff, man. Huge.
Needed it. Needed this out of him. And the underrated also pickup in this trade, Lou Trevino, man. Very underrated. Matt Blake project, hopefully.
Matt Blake project for sure. Again, another guy with the sinker. I think his biggest issue is that he's got a little bit too big of a pitch repertoire. He's got like 5-6 pitches that he goes to, like everything, like a fastball, a slider, a sinker, curveball, changeup. And yes. I think he just needs to cut that down to like 3, and it'll probably be way more effective.
Because he was really, really good, really dominant that year we beat him in the wild card. He was really good. Man.
Yep.
And I remember us wanting him back then too. But now it's like we have him. Let's work on him. And Montas, dude, he's like a
huge
2-3 right now.
He's definitely a 2. We could use him as a 3, depending what they want to do in Nestor. If they want to put him at 2 or 3, it can be interesting. I think you almost want to put Nestor at 2 just to give teams a different look. You got your hard thrower, your slow, and your hard thrower again.
That's his timing.
Yep. So Frankie Montas is a flamethrower. He does throw the ball extremely hard. And I think he's not, dude. I think the most important, he's not scared of anybody. He's willing to go at anybody. He's got a really nasty changeup as well, nasty sinker, slider. So yeah, dude, exciting stuff. Huge pickup from Brian Cashman. So everyone can stop crying that he doesn't make moves. He prospect hugs. Like, dude's making moves.
And at this point, he gave up Mr. Wally Waldachuk. It's sad to see him go, but you know what's going to happen. You get moved. JP Sears, sad to see you go. Foundation supporter, have fun out there in Oakland. You'll be a starter out there. Luis Medina, would have loved to see him pan out, but who knows? Best of luck to you. And I think last year's draft pick, Cooper Bowman, good things, but he'll go play out there. Probably wasn't going to fit on this roster anyway. Come a few years with Volpe and Torres and LeMahieu and the whole 9 yards in the end.
Yeah. I really think that was a solid move by Cashman. Only gave up a real top 5 prospect, really. I mean, Medina was still a project. He has a really high upside. Sucks that they had to give up both those guys, I think. I think we really like Waldachuk especially. He was like one of the first pitching prospects in a while that we actually felt was pretty special. But hey, you have to make moves, man. You have to do some things you don't want to do and add to this ready now roster. This team wants to go out and win a ring. You have to reinforce it with the right guys, and I think they did just that, adding a Frankie Montas. And in comparison to Luis Castillo trade, this is a steal, man. And Luis Castillo, they gave up 3 top 5 guys. We gave up 1, and that was our 5. right? That was huge from us. And we keep the four guys we all want to see pan out. Probably, we keep our Volpe, we keep Dominguez, we keep Peraza and Wells. Those are four guys who are going to be ready in a year or two. So it's exciting stuff to see the Yankees go out, make the aggressive moves, but still maintain the core guys that we all want to see succeed. And to all of you who still think that Brian Cashman doesn't make moves, like they got out, like I still see people crying. How could they get outbid in Luis Castillo trade? Like, dude, 3 top 5s for Luis Castillo, a year and a half of Luis Castillo. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Like a year and a half of one guy.
Our top 4 and managed to get 2 guys, one guy which is really good, and one guy who's been good in the past, which again, Matt Blake can work on him.
Yeah.
And if Trevino does what Trevino has done in the past, it's going to be real good.
He's going to be a really good backhand closer we can use in like the 7th, the 6th, even if we need to, right? And that's just massive stuff because right now it's one of those questionable things where we're looking at the back end of the bullpen and we're not sure who we can really depend on, right? We got home Mr. Automatic, and apart from that, right now it's still kind of up in the air, right? Ron's been pretty good. The Wise could look like he's bouncing back. Wandy's been good. Licky's been pretty dependable, but I like him. I like what they're doing with him right now, and that's multiple innings out the jump. So we'll see, man. I think these are 2 really good relievers and a really good starter. I think they did a lot of the heavy lifting. I think they did a lot of the things we needed them to do. And I think the most exciting part is I don't think they're done.
Yeah.
I think there's still plenty of moves to make. Right now, we've talked about Gallo. He's a guy who's probably got to get moved. I could see them moving Miggy. They could look to move a guy. They could still look to move Peraza for a top guy. I mean, you never know. They could look to go get another starter.
You can go get another starter with Peraza. You throw in the package with maybe a Gallo and an Andujar, a 3-man deal. May not be a top goon, but you can get a guy for those 3.
Yeah, you can go get an innings eater for sure. I think you could go get Syndergaard for that package for sure. I think
they need guys. They need that.
Even a Carlos Rondon. You never know. I think he's not. I think his option is automatically triggered. I think so. He is a rental right now. He will be a free agent, and he's a guy you could just stick to eat innings, and you never know. Maybe he pans out. Maybe he can be your 3. Right? Imagine a 1-2-3 with Cole, Frankie, and Carlos Rondon, and then you got Nestor to be your 4.
Yep.
Right? That's insane.
And then you have Monty and
Talion, Jameson. Yeah, dude,
weapon.
You can never have enough pitching, especially in the postseason. So if I think they should really go out and get another arm. I think Jose Quintana would have been a cool arm to add, but unfortunately he is going to the Cardinals.
Boston moving Vasquez to the Astros, and he just walked across the way, into his new team. With the season that Vasquez is having, we'll see if he can keep it up in the AL West. So big move for them. They also acquired DH Trey Mancini, the Astros, from the Baltimore Orioles.
They're targeting the guys in our division. I think they were really thinking about us. They're really worried about us getting better.
I think they are worried about us, genuinely.
I think they are worried about us. Oh, by the way, Frankie's pretty good against the Astros, especially this year. I think he's pitching like a 1 dot something against the Astros. He's pretty good against the Astros this year. I think the Rays as well. So that's huge.
Like I said, man, go get the guys that are successful against them.
Yeah.
Again, if we get to the ALCS, I think 90% of the chances we're going to be facing is the Houston Astros.
Yeah, the Houston Astros are probably going to be there with us. And I don't think that'll change. And yeah, just something it's going to be interesting to see. And it's going to be interesting to see if the Yankees make more moves. I was actually pretty excited because, for those of you who think Brian Cashman just sitting on his ass, not doing anything, dude made aggressive offers for Soto and Ohtani.
Yep.
A report came out that said he made serious offers.
I would love
Ohtani,
offers
unfortunately.
because so prove everyone freaking wrong.
Yeah, dude, like everyone thinks he's a prospect hugger or he doesn't make aggressive moves. Like he tried, dude. You can't blame him for not trying. He tried. He went and put in a really good offer for Ohtani, apparently. The Angels weren't serious about trading him, which makes sense. I didn't really think they were going to trade him anyways. So that checks out. He put in an aggressive offer for Juan Soto. It just turns out they're not high on Anthony Volpe, apparently. They don't think he's going to be the franchise superstar at shortstop that
time to go prove people wrong.
everyone else in the league seems to think he is, especially us. I think we're really high on him, and it proves it because the only two guys we were willing to move him for was a Juan Soto and or Ohtani. So yeah, and it just shows you Cashman was willing to trade this guy. I think people they forget that. So we shall see, man. He's making more moves. I do think something tells me there's another decent move coming.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I think a decent move is coming.
I'm cool with moving Peraza at this point. Let's go do it. Let's make another move. Let's get another major league guy. No prospects, get a guy. I don't want another Justin Lang situation.
I think we're probably gonna get another one of those with the Gallo move.
Gallo move, but let's see if we can get another major leaguer.
I could see them going for either a starter. I don't imagine they'll add a reliever, but who knows? Maybe they only get a reliever for a guy like Gallo or Miggy.
Yeah.
And if they don't end up trading Peraza, I think they should give him a shot. Give him a shot to play at short. You got a month to play with before things get serious.
Throw him at third.
Or third, yeah, that's a good point. He's MLB ready at shortstop, and if you play shortstop, you play third. So
as we saw with Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Yep. So we shall see. I think definitely give this guy an opportunity to do something because right now they're not getting a ton of production from third base offensively, and I'm still not in love with IKF at shortstop. He has been okay, but
hitting wise.
Yeah, he's been okay hitting wise. It's weird. Like you look at his average, you think, but then you look on his on base and you think,
Yeah, 14-game hit streak and his average is sitting at like 265, 270.
Yeah, and his OPS isn't anything impressive. Like it's a 633 OPS. Like it's just really weird.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm expecting him to be our starting shortstop for the rest of the season, but it would be interesting to see if they gave Peraza an opportunity. And I think that would also give them an excuse to move Volpe into AAA.
You know what I'm dancing about?
What are you dancing about?
Jose Trevino, home run.
Oh, did he?
Yep, 7-2. Sorry.
Nice.
But, dude, this Yankee team, even as it is now.
3 for 3 on the day for Trevino.
What?
Is he 3 for 3? Wait. No, he's 2 for 4. Excuse me.
4.
Okay.
That's his second bop of the night.
Yep, second bop of the night.
Nice. What was it? The way the Yankee lineup is right now, it's not horrible, but I would a bat or another reliever would be nice. And if we call up Peraza and he does his thing over there at third base, splits time with Donaldson maybe, and hopefully that lights a fire under Donaldson. Maybe we go on a little bit of a run. See a little bit of the young blood. Us Yankee fans are a little bit panicky now. Still, they want that extra move, but I think we're gonna we got one more move left in us before tomorrow at 6.
Yeah, I'd say either one more decent move or like a couple small moves that are involved, like maybe a Gallo getting moved, maybe a Miggy getting moved, separate deals. So yeah, and the reason why I think I keep stressing those moves is because they do need a clear 40-man space. And having a guy like Gallo on the team is taking up a 40-man spot and a roster spot in general.
And money.
I think they could end up moving him for maybe a low-key reliever, maybe a back-of-the-end prospect who they could work on and see if they could develop. I don't know. Who knows?
Take a chance. Anything's better than him. Sorry, Gallo.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it is right now. It's business, man. You just got to make moves that are going to better the team. Unfortunately, him on the team is not bettering us.
It makes us very much not.
Yeah, it actually should be interesting because when I imagine when Luis comes back, Brennan's getting ready to come back too, and then hopefully we'll have Stan back eventually. And those are those are three really good additions to this already talented Yankee roster. So, yeah, again, exciting stuff.
Forgetting about Clark Schmidt too, man. He's had a really good stretch of baseball from him, and he got sent down today.
Yeah.
Like, don't count him out. I'm sure a few more. If he has a few more good outings at the major league level, who knows what he can bring for us going forward.
Yeah, I feel bad for Clark because I feel like he should definitely be on this team, but I think it's one of those deals where like they kind of want him to get. I think they got too many guys now, and I think they want him to get stretched out just in case. They need him to come in and eat innings eventually if they don't secure another starter, possibly, because Herman is not terrible but not great.
Yeah, definitely not great.
No,
he didn't do that tonight, but I still don't want to see him on the mound. I'm sorry. Three walks, kill. But better start from him, if we're going to go forward with.
Yeah, based on his first start, the last two starts have been pretty decent. This one included. But yeah, he's still not anything special. I mean, he could be a guy who gets potentially moved as well. You never know if the right price comes up. So we shall see. It's very exciting times. Very much interested to see where Juan Soto ends up. He could be a dad, he could be a Dodger, and he could be a Cardinal. We shall see. Those are the three final teams as of right now. But that could all change with the Cardinals situation going. Yeah.
Big breaking news trade I just received on my phone. Tommy Pham for the Red Sox.
Yep, that one happened earlier. That guy's a clown. I don't give a shit about that move.
I just wanted to hear this little outburst.
Dude, I hate that dude. Like, he just, especially since, obviously Padre fan here as well. Yeah, he was just a waste of space for us. He was very much a Joey Gallo for us. So, when people were saying we were going to trade for him, I got mad. I was like, no, I do not want him on the Yankees. Do not let this dude soil our team. And thankfully, that did not happen. He ends up on the Red Sox, which is so bizarre. Like, I don't get what they're doing. They're selling, but they're buying. Like, it makes no sense. Just sell. Just sell. You're not good. You're not making playoffs. You're a terrible team.
They are still at this today. They are below the Orioles.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh, we don't want to move on from JD Martinez. We don't want to move on from this, but they trade Vasquez of all players. Like, the haul they would get for Devers, of Martinez, and a Bogarts, man. Why wouldn't you if you're gonna sell?
I don't know. Is this an error? Is this an error on IKF? Let's see. Let's see this throw.
What happened?
Nah, I think that might just be on DJ. Wandy's so sad. Bad throw, bad pick. Wandy sad.
Sad.
But yeah.
What was I gonna say? The Yankee land is, I think, somewhat happy today.
They should be happy, man, because these are three really good moves that happened today. These are moves we've been waiting for, begging to happen. We didn't get our number one guy, Luis Castillo, but we do get pretty much his equal almost. I'd say maybe Luis is a little better, but he's right there with him. And we didn't have to give up an arm and a leg to do it, which is the most important part.
Yeah.
And right now the Yankees still have more moves to maneuver. And even if they don't make another move, I'm still pretty satisfied with this trade deadline. I think it's an A from me. They got an all-star left fielder who's hitting the ball really well this year. They got an all-star starter who is a flamethrower, very aggressive. He's got nasty stuff. They got a young, controllable reliever, nasty stuff. And they got a high upside potential project who can be a back end of the bullpen type of dude. So, yeah.
Mhm.
Can't complain, man.
Can't complain. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., deadline. Look for Cashman to go grab someone else. If not, let's look for Peraza, hopefully soon. I don't know how much Yankee fans or Aaron Boone even can take Donaldson at the dish. But, Murph, we are into the Seattle series. The big AL West opponent. They got Castillo. Let's go out there, win a damn series, and then after this, what we got? We got a 3-game set, 3 or 4 game set.
Against the Mariners, 3.
3-game set. Look for our next pod to be out, Thursday night.
Yep,
roughly.
Sounds good.
Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday night.
Hopefully, there's another move by then that we can review and talk about, which would be pretty exciting.
Wait, where am I on the schedule? This schedule has the game is starting at 10:10 p.m. and it has us listed as away. Wrong one. Next line, the Thursday. Sorry, I'm looking. We're playing them the exact same Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week as well. Hopefully, we could be facing Juan Soto on Friday.
Who's that against?
Cardinals.
Oh, okay, yeah. Could be facing. That'd actually be a pretty scary lineup.
Arenado, Goldie, Bader, O'Neill, Soto.
That'd be a good litmus test. It would have been awesome if Frankie could have pinched against Luis Castillo, by the way. That would have been pretty sick, having the 2 traded aces battle it out.
Right?
Frankie? Luis? No, he's going to pitch against us against Cole.
On probably Monday, right? Monday or Tuesday?
Today's Monday.
Next Monday.
No, he's pitching this week.
Really?
Yeah. He's lined up with Cole Wednesday.
Late to the party. Should be a fun game.
Is it Wednesday or is it tomorrow?
It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, yeah. Wednesday, Luis Castillo versus Garrett Cole.
We have our kind of task, a tough task. We have Logan Gilbert and then Luis Castillo, 2 really good AL pitchers.
Yeah, 2 very talented guys. And if we can hit those 2, I think it's a very good showing of what our offense is capable of, because those are 2 really good guys. And Luis Castillo's already shut us down once in Yankee Stadium. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yes, sir. Any closing remarks, Murph, before you finish this? Good day in Yankee land.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day in Yankee land, dude. We did the deals. We did the thing. Brian Cashman doing big moves, doing his thing. You gotta put some respect on his name, because he's making moves. He's not giving up an arm and a leg to do it. And I think that's so important. People forget how good he is at his job. They just want to complain. They want to blame him for everything. Dude's kept our top 4 guys. Everyone wants to see these top 4 succeed. They want to see him in pinstripes. Here you go. The top 4 guys are intact. We did what we had to do in making the team much better. Yeah, can't complain. I'm looking forward to Frankie's next start.
Let's go. First, who knows? I don't know when that will be, that first start, but I'm hyped for it. Great day to be a Yankee fan. Could even be a better day to be a Yankee fan tomorrow. Let's see what Cashman has up his sleeve.
It's much better right now as Wandy outruns him from the mound to first to get the last out of the game. Yankees win 7-2. Wandy, little goofball. Love it.
Yankees win 7-2. Another win to cap off that is their 70th win on the year versus the Seattle Mariners in Game 1. We'll recap that one on.
Why do you run like that, bro? What's his problem?
Dude,
he ran like in a hunch too. He ran like this. What's wrong with this dude?
Sad Wandy is now happy Wandy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you all for watching. Hopefully tomorrow we have some more news to bring you. We'll have some more even good news to bring you on Thursday when the Yankees get a nice series win over the Mariners. Murph, thank you for joining me. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. We will see you all later.